Hello, anyone here? Hi. Hi, Christine. What's up? First one here today. I'll probably work about half an hour today. It's a good thing that I'm doing live because probably wouldn't be working today. Just feel tired. It's so cold. I'm in Canada right now. I don't know where you're from, but it's so cold right now. Hey, hi, from Canada too. I'm from Quebec, the province of Quebec, not the city of Quebec. Alberta, hey, so fun. Nice to meet you. So today I'm working on my fourth canvas. I have 10, I want to make 10 of them. It will go into a series based on interviews that I have conducted with 10 different people. They shared with me their life stories, and then I'll use what they told me to write 10 short stories. And from those short stories, I'll do paint pouring on the canvases. And then I already have the first big exhibit planned on May 20th. It's gonna be so exciting. It's gonna be my first solo exhibit. And I also plan on making pictures of everything, obviously, but then I want to create an art book. So it will be my first art book. It will have all the stories that I wrote with the pictures of the paintings. And I'd also like to add more information about my work, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and will be like documentation on my artist career. I'm putting a lot more time this year into my artistic career. I'm taking classes, writing classes. I've already written 10 books, but I want to make my work more, not technical, but more intellectual and know more about the craft. So I decided to get a certificate in university in writing. So a lot of the things I had already been doing intuitively, it's hard to say, but now I get fancy words to say what I'm doing, which is, it's good to have in the art community if you want to be taken seriously. So I'm planning to work maybe half an hour, I'm not sure. I'm doing laundry at the same time. I don't know if you can hear the laundry. Oh my gosh, mom life. I'm actually taking a break from work. I have a day job, but it was really getting hard for me to keep working. I was having a mental breakdown. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I was lucky enough to be able to take a little bit of time off, and this work is helping me relax. It's helping me how can I say, letting go of control. I'm a control freak, and this work is about not being perfect, about random. There's a randomness in what I'm gluing, so it's helping me. And also the pouring is really random because it's a cup pour. So you put all the colors in a cup and you flip it. And even though you can somehow have a little bit of control over like the combination of colors and stuff like that, you have to be open to what happens, because it's not as controlled as when you use brushes. And that's what I need in my art, because it's like it's kind of unhealthy, the amount of control I'm hoping to have over my life. So that's something I've been working on. I want more freedom and more fun. But I don't enjoy fun in the same way I feel than other people. I guess a lot of people are like me, but I don't see them. I'm from a small town. I feel like here people just like to drink a lot. Like if you want to have fun, you need to have wine, right? But I'm not a drinker. I just don't enjoy the feeling, and I don't enjoy the taste, and I don't enjoy the loss of control that comes with alcohol. I don't enjoy the price of alcohol. It's expensive to drink. I'm cheap. I'd rather spend traveling or doing other stuff. So you feel left out. You feel different when you don't have fun the same way others do. I feel like the majority is different from what I like. So to me, that's the idea of having fun. Just being in my studio, gluing little pieces of paper. Like, how pointless is that? To me, it's so satisfying to have. Like, it's zen, it's like meditation. To cover, and then it just goes like smoothly, it just glues to the board, and I don't know, it's fun. I also enjoy reading. That's why I'm an author. I want to create my own work. If you want to ask questions, I'm not really good at looking. I'm very much concentrated on what I'm doing, but if you want to ask questions, for sure, if I see them, I'll answer them. I often have people asking me what kind of glue I'm using, so that's the glue I'm using. I bought it on Amazon, but they sell in a lot of different craft stores. So I prepared all these little pieces. I have videos uploaded to my YouTube channel. I don't know if you like ASMR type of video, when all the crunching of the tearing of the papers. But today it's glue time. Also, I found this dictionary at work. They were getting rid of it because who needs dictionaries now? And the fun thing is, it happened to be English and French. So it's very nice to have that, because I speak both English and French, and it represents Canada. We have both languages. So I felt it was really like a good, it just happened, but it was good. I just saw meaning into that. So I know we have someone from Alberta, but is there other people from Canada, if you want to share? If you're from Canada, let me know. It's so cold right now in Quebec. So cold. I'm sick of it. If I didn't have my kids living here, I would be moving, not permanently, but just for the winter. People used to spend winters in Florida. Oh, someone from Ontario, hi. A lot of people from Quebec used to spend their winters in Florida, but seeing how life is going right now, I don't think I'm interested in going to Florida. But things can change quickly. We've seen that. And I'm hoping we get to be friends with Americans soon again, hopefully. It's more fun to be friends than fight. -50, no. At least it's at night. I hope you don't have to go outside. Like typically I'm not someone that comments on the weather so much because I spend a lot of my time inside anyway. Sunny, not sunny, hot, cold, whatever. But like, come on. Like, that's just crazy right now. And I don't like wasting electricity. So I'm very kind of cheap in that way, or I care about the environment. So I don't want to waste electricity, and I don't want to heat a lot, use a lot of heating, but I just turned it up today. Like, I can't take this anymore. I can't be cold anymore. No matter how many layers of clothing I was putting on, I was just cold. Wood stove, yes, wood stoves are so nice, but you need to put logs in the stove. My father, that's what we used to have at home. It's such a warm, I don't know, it's just a warm heating, but then at night, yep, in the morning it's so cold. So I started working on this project in the fall, just getting my ideas together. I wrote a grant application. I applied for a grant for artists, but I didn't get it. So I applied so many times and have not gotten one ever. And my brother makes fun of me because he hates that some of the money from our taxes is going to artists. Like, well, if it exists, I'm gonna apply. The money is there. Like, if they cut the programs, I'm not gonna go in the streets and be like, oh, you gotta support the arts, even though I think we do have to support the arts. But if grants are available, I'm gonna try to get them. And salut, bonne journée, hi, Angel, Namia. Yeah, so I applied for a grant, so I had to really make sure that my idea was really solid, and I just had to think through all the concept and the meaning behind the work. So anyway, even if I didn't get the grant, I felt like it was good for me to just put my my ideas into form, just make it more artsy. And anyway, and I didn't get the grant, but still I wanted to do the project. But the thing is, to be able to spend time doing this when you have a full-time job, you get home, I mean, you get it, you get home, you're tired, you're sick, you're sick of everything, you don't have the energy, the mind space, you have to take care of the house, the kids. There's just no way. It's so hard. So when you get grants, at least you're like, okay, I can work a couple of hours less and use the grant money to pay some materials. So maybe one day, no, I know, one day I'll have this. So I'm doing the project anyway to add to my resume, my artistic resume. hoping that to build it and make it strong enough so that one day I'll be able to not only have grants, I do want grants, but I also dream of going into residencies, international residencies. Like, how awesome is that? You get paid to go live in another country. I have had the chance to live in 2 other countries. I was an exchange student in the US a long time ago, more than 20 years ago. It helped me learn English a little bit more because I only had learned it in school. And also, I just felt like I had to get away from my hometown. So I spent a year in Utah with a wonderful host family, and I still talk to them on Facebook from time to time. And then I was an exchange student in Mexico, and I met someone there, so I went to live with him. I went back after getting my diploma. I went back and lived with him and his mom. She was awesome, for a year. So I was a student 6 months, and then I went to live there for a year. I was working, so everything was in Spanish, like, all the time. So I was able to learn Spanish. It's so fun. I don't use it much, but it's there. I still can remember some words. Like when I went to Spain, I went to Cuba, I went to Dominican Republic, I've been back to Mexico. And after maybe a week, like, I'm getting it, like, I'm getting better. The words are coming back better. But it takes some time. And right now I'm trying to learn German. Hi! A lot of people are joining. Thanks for being with me in the studio. So I'm creating texture for 10 different paintings that will be exhibited in May. I will add a big pouring on top of it. I don't know if you noticed, but most of the little pieces I'm looking on both sides to make sure I'm picking the side that has the most visual impact with the most ink. So this side, I don't like it as much. It has a space. And here, and the bold is better, so I'll use this side. That's why I turn my paintbrush like that. I also often get questions about the glue I'm using. That's the one. I got it from Amazon. I do have an affiliate link. If you want to use it, it will give me a couple of cents or dollars. So it helps me pay for my material, and it's a way to show support to me. And it's not more expensive too, it's just Amazon. It's the same price, but Amazon gives me like royalty? No, that's not the right word. Like just an incentive for me to bring people to their store, I guess. But it only works if you're in Canada. So if you're in another country, it won't work. You can still go there and see what I have in my little list. I have put on the list some paints. I also have on the list the journal that I'm using right now. I've been journaling since I was 9. I'm on my 27th journal. Oh, what are you doing, Evie? I'm doing the background for my future paintings. I'll have 10 like that. I have a mock-up here I can show you. I don't like it, okay, so don't judge it, but that's the idea. So it's gonna be much bigger. It's a 16 by 18. So this is the pouring that I'll do on top. The pouring, I'll use the colors. So the pouring will go with a short story. So I'll have 10 short stories. I'll have 10 big canvases like that framed. And then the colors will be based on the emotion of the story. So, okay, the glue. That's the glue I'm using. It's gonna be based on the stories. So if it's a story that has like very joyous, I'll have more like pinks and swirls and just to, like, you know how colors represent emotions and also movement. So if I have someone that has like more of a anger in their story, I'll use maybe black and red and give it more of a straight line. Try to give it more straight lines than swirls. But I'm not doing the pourings now, but if you want to follow here, for sure I'll be doing lives at that time. And it's kind of stressful because it takes me about 10 hours to cover a canvas, but the pouring, I'm not in control. So like if I ruin a canvas, that's gonna be horrible. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Part of this work is about letting go and trusting the process. So maybe I'll just accept whatever happens, or maybe I'll start over. And after the exhibit, I'll be publishing a book that will show all the stories and the paintings and talk about my artistic career as of today. It will be my first solo exhibit, so it's not like I'm a big, renowned artist, but I'm working to get there. And my thinking for this year is visibility creates opportunity. So that's my way of creating visibility, spending some time with you in the studio. So a way to support my journey is to send some likes, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, buy through my Amazon links, all ways that you can support me without even spending any money. Spending money. If you buy on Amazon, you're spending money, but I mean, you don't have to give me money to support me. Just being here, it helps me being seen. And one day, who knows who's gonna be famous and see me or whatever and get invited on TV, or you see, I'm very optimistic. So this is the 4th canvas I'm doing. I'll have to tear more paper probably tonight while I'm watching TV. It's fun, but at the same time I feel sometimes I'm discouraged a little bit. What are your thoughts doing? It looks great. I don't understand your question, I'm sorry. So this is a mock-up of what I'll be doing because I applied for a grant, so I had to create like mock-ups to show them what I was envisioning. I want to blend words with oh, thanks for the gift. That's so nice. Thank you, Lady Pompadour. Can't remember what I was saying, sorry. So I applied for a grant, I didn't get it, but I still wanted to do my project because I feel it combines perfectly my 2 artistic hats. I'm an author and a visual artist, and I used to be kind of confused about being those two things. I just didn't know how to make them fit, but now this project is like a perfect fit because I'm gonna be writing stories, I'm gonna be publishing a book, and you see words in the actual visual art. And when I was a kid, I used to love gluing little papers. I think it was in the 90s where you would cover like wine bottles. Oh, this looks great, thank you. Thanks for your comment. I don't know if you've done this, but covering wine bottles or boxes with little pieces of paper, you would buy like decorative paper and you would glue it. Have you done that? It was very popular in the 90s, maybe 95, more or less. Thanks for the gift, that's so nice. You guys are so generous. Thanks for supporting me, thanks for being here. I'm so amazed since I've started lives like a couple of weeks ago. People are so supportive. I didn't even know that I could get gifts during lives. So I had to ask like Gemini, which is the AI I'm using to coach me through my social media story experience. So I'm like, what? I got a rose today. What is it? Like, what is it? And Gemini was all excited. Wow, you got your first rose. That's so fun. It's very calming to watch. Thank you. It's calming for me too. I'm almost done. Look, guys. That's just this little piece and I'll be done. Okay, I have to finish this today. Thanks for all the little hearts too. So thankful. Thanks for being here. I probably wouldn't even be working on this right now if it wasn't for me wanting to go live. Knowing that people will be joining me. So I'm very thankful. If you want to try, is it fairly smooth after? Yeah, it is. If some pieces are not glued down perfectly, I'll go back and just like cover it again with some glue. I want it to be the smoothest it can be. And then a lot of people want to know which glue I'm using. I'm using this one. You can use like cheaper glue too if you want to. It's just that I wanted to invest into something because something more professional, because in my mind I'm like a future museum artist. I know I'm Delulu, but that's part of my charm. So that's a more professional glue that doesn't yellow as quickly and stuff like that. But if you just want to do it as a hobby, you can buy cheaper glue. Whoa. Thanks for everyone that are still watching. Happy to have you here. I'm out of ideas, so if you have questions, let me know. I'll keep an eye on my phone. Do you think that's something you would like to try? Like, let me know. Maybe with another type of paper. One time, someone gave me a whole bunch of what are they called? Patterns, you know, clothing patterns. And I just thought it was the greatest material, so I started using it to cover the canvas. I wasn't making like little pieces, I was just using the whole thing and covering the canvas with more than one piece. And I also preferred the pieces that had been cut out. What I mean is that when you buy a pattern, you have to actually cut the pieces out to create like the sleeve and stuff like that. So I would use like a sleeve here and blah, blah, blah. But then like a local artist here called me and she said, you know what? I'm the one using patterns on my canvases, so I don't want you to do that. So I was like, okay. I was so sad. I felt like she thinks I'm copying her. That really hurt my feelings. I actually used like I took everything, like all the paintings I had done with that idea. I had a couple, like it wasn't like a huge quantity. I was just starting out using the patterns. So I took everything and just took it outside and put it on a huge fire, and I burnt everything. I burnt what's it called? Even the patterns. Like I didn't want to use that material anymore, so I burned everything. And like, that's it, I'm not using that anymore. I was not offended because, I mean, she gets to have her opinion, but I was telling her like, when did you get exclusivity on using patterns? And she's like, well, I don't have exclusivity, but it feels like you're copying me. In the end, it all worked out because I found an even better idea that corresponds even more to me as an artist. So that's good. But that day I was not sad, discouraged, I was ashamed. The worst part is thinking that she thought I was copying her. That was so insulting. Like, I'm not copying you, I'm just using, it's like everybody can use water painting, so why do you feel like I'm copying you? It just was so frustrating to me. Anyways, she gets to keep her idea. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm doing my own things. If you want to support me in my journey, you can just like this live. You can follow me. You can use my links, my affiliate links, so it's not more expensive to you, but it gives me a couple of cents every time you buy something. I put my watch in the link because I'm like, oh, if someone wants a watch like mine, because you see it in the videos. Hello, thanks for joining. If you have questions, go ahead. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. I've been asked from people to I'm not gonna accept anyone who wants to co-host with me. Just me, myself, and I. That's it. Ow. Go. I hope I'll get a lot of people when I do my exhibit. So, I was gonna complain. So hard to be an artist, but so fun too. Just trying to stay focused on what I get out of my process. I'm almost done. So close. This is loose paper. So I always try to pick the side that has the most ink. Sorry. I don't think I'm gonna be hosting lives during the weekend. It's just too complicated with the kids. They always seem to need me for something. Why? Why do they always seem to need me? It's a mystery. But I'm planning on doing more lives next week, during the week. I'm off work right now because I was going crazy. So I'm lucky right now I get to just relax in my studio. I think if you follow, it's gonna be easier for you to get notified when I post or when I go live. Not sure. Also, I typically use the recordings to upload them to YouTube. I have some videos just with the sound of my work. I'm not talking. So I have those while I'm gluing, and I have some where I'm tearing paper. So if you're interested in that kind of ASMR vibe, you can go look at my YouTube channel. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish today. I have all this left. Okay, I'm done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again. See ya! I'm almost done. Okay, thanks for being here. Bye.